Heya, welcome to the channel. I'm Wooly, and in this video, we revisit the Ultimate Ironman game mode. Towards the start of my YouTube channel, I'd made a video trying the mode out, but never really made much progress. Today, we're diving back in, and for this build, we'll be trying out a prayer skiller. I think that this would be a fun challenge that hopefully results in something that's a bit unique. To minimize distraction, I'll be limiting the account to only a few active skills at a time. This is less about creating a snowflake account, and more about making a manageable project that plays nice with my OCD. As an Ironman, we won't be able to use other players' altars for experience. And we also won't be eligible to enter minigames that offer XP rewards like Soul Wars or Pest Control. One option that we do have is to travel into the middle of the wilderness to an area called the Boneyard. Here, one would avoid the skeletons while looting the big bones, in order to bring them to the Chaos Altar. But that's even deeper in the wilderness, and I'm an Ultimate Ironman. Instead, I'll be using a rather unorthodox method of prayer training that will require a little bit of luck. To start things off, we're going to need a few quick prayer levels. To accomplish this, we're going to knock out X marks the spot for the experience lamp it grants as a reward. After a quick walk to Draenor, we completed the quest and secured the lamp. Oddly enough, this was also our destination. The method that we'll be using is centered around the wise old man and the simple tasks that he assigns. While they often involve bringing him various junk items, which reward you with minor amounts of loot, he can also ask you to deliver a letter that can reward you with prayer experience. And this is where the luck I mentioned comes into play. The recipients of the letters are various monks around the map. Considering the wise old man is in Draenor, the closest monks would be in Trana, Rimington, and Lumbridge. The longer the walk, the less XP we'll be able to see per hour. Time to get our first task. Again, most of the time it will be junk delivery, but it could be a letter task right away. Okay, so it looks like he needs some swamp paste. Thankfully the merchants in the port sell that. And that was easy. Wait, 76 coins each? We're going to need a little bit of gold first. I didn't feel like walking far, so I went to the Dwarven Mines to loot a bronze chain body spawn that's just south of a shop. It's not much gold, but we only needed a little bit. With that, we can afford the old man's paste and get the next task. Oh nice, he paid us 1,000 gold for those. Perfect, we've got our letter task. So according to the wiki, we can use the drop trick to get additional letters before setting off. We're also going to use the lamp from earlier for a few prayer levels. We will need at least level 3 to receive prayer XP as a reward. Level 4 prayer. Now let's get some extra letters and start training. We managed to get the closest possible monk to Draenor, so hopefully that will mean an easy method for us. The wiki did mention to drop the excess letters before turning one in, so let's see how this works. Starting the loot off with some seeds, and some noted herbs. I'd probably be dropping them if they were unnoted. There's our first prayer reward. That brought us up to level 5. Let's finish off this inventory. I dropped the seeds and junk, but I'll be holding on to the noted herbs and some of the runes for later. We're up to 13 prayer after the first inventory. Let's keep going. Coming in with one of the most important milestones, 43 prayer. We've also managed to get a fair bit of noted herbs and some higher level runes that we'll sell at the mage arena shop later on. With that, we have access to overhead prayers. This will allow us to safely access more areas and activities. We're currently sitting at 8 combat. And now, I'm here. After being invited for some free chambers runs. We grabbed some food for the journey and ran past some less than hospitable reptiles. We made it to the mount. Here, we'll hopefully see a torn prayer scroll. We're currently 54 prayer and would be able to use it soon. It's also one of the few unlocks for a prayer skiller. The heroes perform their war dance. As a result, we were able to log an elite combat task. Perhaps eventually we can get the combat hilt. And then the moment we've all been waiting for. Home. Our hero's flawless performance earned us another elite combat task. And the loot? Ah. So, we got this camo top. Afterwards, we returned to our courier job. And before too long, we'd reached level 60 prayer. I'll be stopping here for a while, so it's time to unload these runes. With all of them sold, we're closing in on a 300k cash stack now, and have quite a few noted herbs saved for later. The next goal on my list? Acquire vestment robes. The set comes from clue scrolls, ranging from easy to hard tiers. And to get the clue scrolls, we'll be using thieving. Since we've already been using some rather odd methods, I thought I would use the chamber's thieving room to gain the initial levels needed to pickpocket ham members. Ten minutes later, we had reached 15 thieving, and have unlocked our primary method for easy clues. At this moment, I was pretty excited to start on the clue grind. What I didn't know is that it would be nearly an hour before my first clue. After being sufficiently beaten, we finally got our first clue scroll. And by divine mercy, it's a step that we can do. Thank Guthix, our first casket. At this point, I'd be happy with anything. But we're hoping to see some vestment robes, a power amulet, or a cape slot. We got Zammy robe bottoms. That is awesome. We are really putting our ultimate Ironman luck to use here. And that looks so much better. Now we're starting to look like a proper prayer skiller. While on our way back, we got a pirate random. We received a gold ring as a reward, which will help us with future clue scrolls. And before much longer, we'd found another clue. After a few steps, we'd secured another casket. And it's a rainbow. This has to be one of my favorite fashionscape items. And a welcome step towards looking like a proper skiller. We returned to the ham hideout and continued our grind. Here, we hit 40 thieving. I've been saving the caskets for the past couple of levels, but now it's time to open them up. First casket is an elegant blouse. We also pulled some teleport scrolls. And the second casket is a gold chef's hat. Both this and the blouse are more rare than the vestment robes. The rest of the caskets didn't have any loot worth mentioning, but we have filled up more equipment slots and are starting to at least look the part. Now that we've collected a fair bit of uniques, I thought it was a good time to look into storing the inevitable extras. We need to make use of the costume room. However, this will require us to have 48 construction. Super easy, right? I saw that there were plank spawns in a few places across the map, so I figured I'd start there. This was of course a great idea, and it went by really quickly. In fact, my brain hardly lets me remember any of it at all. After that, we picked up a few more supplies and made our way to speak with Marlowe about a job. We spoke with his father and helped to renovate the house. Before long, we'd finished and returned to Marlowe for our reward, putting us at 8 construction. With a newfound crate of supplies, we made our way to Falador to begin using the Mahogany Homes construction method. We can only take beginner contracts for now, but these will allow us to gain construction XP by performing jobs for various residents. The crate contained assorted construction supplies that thankfully were noted. Completing a job refills our stamina and rewards us with additional experience. Here, we reach 15 construction. And again here with 30 construction. These are our current stats. We're making good progress towards the goal of level 48 construction. Running a little low on supplies, we picked up a supply crate using points from completing jobs, earning us a collection log in the process. Though it wouldn't last long, this table is the last of the planks. We managed to reach level 34. I think it's time for a break with some more clue scrolls. We found some teleports, a neat beret, and I almost missed the clip, but we also found an unholy blessing. That's another equipment slot filled, and our best in slot. It's just a bonus that it matches our robe. And then, we received another invitation to visit Ulm, so we quickly returned for our 5th raid. The heroes that invited us let me solo the thieving room in an attempt to give me points. The bats alone are going to provide several hundred points when eaten by an ally. A couple minutes later, we'd collected enough worms to satisfy Dobby, and my friends were allowed to pass. We completed another elite task as well, giving us another 4 points towards the hilt. Go team! Before long, our heroes destroyed the beast for our 5th kill. and rewarding us with the Torn Prayer Scroll. That was the unlock we were here for. Oh, and also a Twisted Bow Split. We now have the Torn Prayer Scroll in our possession. In our possession. Cool. First try. This will unlock Preserve, allowing us to extend stat boosts. While it's not needed at this moment, I'm sure it will be useful in the future. And before we could leave, we also got our first quiz random. I've been hoping for these. The mystery box reward can contain clue scrolls that are otherwise difficult for me to obtain with limited skills. Considering that there are 3, there's a fair chance to receive one. Here's hoping for a medium clue. That, alright. A stale baguette. Another collection log to the tab. And with that, we have officially been spooned. Ultimate Ironman, by the way. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Stay you.